And on this Good Friday, the beatification of a former Rochester bishop, and it goes back to the birth of a little boy.
It has to be a miracle. There is no scientific medical explanation for it.
The miracle birth is the foundation for the beatification this year of former Rochester Bishop Fulton Sheen. The beatification is just one step below sainthood. Now, this process was delayed for years because the Rochester Catholic Diocese had the sex abuse bankruptcy case. But now that case is over and Sheen is considered clean. And I found the miracle family. This is the Engstrom family in Peoria, Illinois. When James was born at home 15 years ago, his heart did not beat for 61 minutes. His mother, in a state of shock, prayed for the help of Fulton Sheen.
In my head, just repeating Fulton Sheen's name over and over and over again. Fulton Sheen, Fulton Sheen, Fulton Sheen.
James was rushed to the hospital, and just before the doctors called it, his heart started beating, and it hasn't stopped.
We firmly believe that Fulton Sheen was praying those prayers for us on our behalf and that Jesus Christ was listening.
Do you believe it was a miracle?
Oh, definitely.
Being of a very sweet disposition.
Millions of people watched Bishop Sheen's broadcast in the 1950s. In 1966, he was made Bishop of Rochester. They preserve his legacy here at St. Bernard's School of Theology in Pittsburgh.
He's a natural evangelizer.
Stephen Laughlin is the president. Academic Dean Matthew Cooner said Sheen was devoted to the poor.
He started that immediately in Rochester. For example, he gave all of the gifts received at his installation in 1966 away to the missions. He just gave it all away, one lump sum, you know.
When Bishop John Benici was installed in Rochester in March, he wore a cross that belonged to Fulton Sheen. Sheen's time in Rochester was turbulent and short, only 34 months. He made changes that upset priests. He criticized Kodak publicly. He was an anti-communist who criticized the Vietnam War. But in 1969, when he tried to sell St. Bridget's Parish for housing, there was so much pushback. The plan was pulled, and Sheen resigned later that year. The church burned down last year. The Rochester Diocese sex abuse bankruptcy case ended last summer, and there were no cases against Sheen. So the Vatican decided he would be beatified this year.
It's really for us. It's for the sake of the church that we celebrate these heroes. It's kind of like having a hall of fame.
Monsignor Jason Gray runs the Bishop Sheen Foundation in Peoria, and he directs the beatification. He says Sheen's record was scrutinized.
And so I use the phrase that Sheen is clean. We could verify that nothing has impugned his reputation.
James Fulton Engstrom is a high school freshman, loves pop music, takes art classes, and was the manager of the freshman football team. His miracle is part of his family's story.
We know that God is real because we see the proof in our own house.
The beatification is in St. Louis in September. Sainthood is the next logical step. The Diocese of Peoria says it's praying for a second miracle, and it says it's already investigating a couple of potential cases.